Good morning out there. Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com, live here on Chitchwit Lake, our studio. Check out that foliage on the other side of the lake. We are peaking here in the Metro West of Boston this week. Also this week, big weekend in Boston. It's the Charles River Regatta, one of the largest rowing crew events in the world. Couldn't ask for better weather. I mean, yesterday it started. It's today and tomorrow. Great weekend, sunny, upper 60s, absolutely perfect. Might actually be a little warm for the rowers if you think about it. That's a little warm for them, if you're working it, right? If you think about when you run the Boston Marathon, you want it to be actually in the 50s because it gets a little warm. Maybe this week I want to go into the world of fitness a lot. Personally, I've been working out for longer than God. I mean, geez, a long, long time. 30 plus years. I've been going to usually the local gym where you do a lot of free weights, a mix of free weights and Nautilus and a little of everything. But you know what? A gym is not the only place you can work out. It really comes down to this. It depends on what your goals are and what you want to do. Now, there's also different levels of gyms. So I'm going to go into the gym workout, the group workout, and then, of course, doing stuff on your own at home, some ideas there. So we'll start with gyms. Now, picking a gym. I know it's hard. Now, in our area here in the Metro West of Boston, we have every level, right? We have the Equinoxes of the world, Lifetime Fitness, we have LA Fitness, we have Planet Fitness, and then you have a lot of the local gyms. Now, let me start from the top. Like the big ones, we'll say the expensive gyms. I look at, well, I always want to get a return on investment, right? Of course, nothing like health. I mean, absolutely. If you work out, that's the best return on investment, probably even better than money, is to have great health. But when you go to a gym that's really expensive, I think you got to have a goal where it's almost, I'm going to throw a little bit what I do on the other side of my world, networking. You want to mingle and network with clientele. Usually that clientele goes to that gym. People probably pretty well off that could afford the $200 a month or whatever it is to go to the gym. And I'm just saying this just from a perspective, but also usually gyms at that level have a lot of other options. They have pools, they have like racquetball courts, they have everything else that you could do to get in shape. So you have a big variety. Now, if that's what you want, then I recommend that gym. Now, if you're looking just to work out and to have, you want to do like yoga, you want a gym that has a pool, they may have a racquetball court, or they may have a Zumba class or a biking class and all that. Then you get that mid-tier gym. You have the gyms that, I'm not the kind of market some gyms, but the LA Fitnesses of the world are big. Gold's Gym back in the day. Those are the gyms that usually, there's also Fit Factory around here. There's other ones that if you're looking to spend between $20 and $60 a month, those are the gyms for you. Now, that's if you're just that serious worker. You're there to do your 4 to 5 days a week, between cardio and strength training. Those are great gyms for that. And then you got the free gyms. And I always think, when you're traveling, you got the hotel gyms. Of course, you don't have all the weights that you probably want. You don't have the variety, but it gets you in shape. Now there's also, let me go into group workouts. So that's a big one. You think about CrossFit, you think about HIIT training, boot camps and all. What I like about those is when you're working out in a group, it vibes a positive energy that to get you through. Because you see others doing the same thing. They're all working hard. It may fire you up to do hard. That's what I love about group trainings. Now, also with something like a CrossFit, you also are working different muscle parts. So it's different from doing traditional free weights at the gym, but you're also hitting different things. You're actually mixing a lot of strength training with cardio, and you're in a group. So I kind of like those in a way, just to mix it up, that you work in the group training. CrossFit's probably one of the most popular. There's CrossFit gyms all over the place. Great franchise. And then, of course, there's a lot of these boot camps. There's a few around here that are really good. Again, thinking back to the beginning about gyms, you're kind of on your own a little bit. here unless you get a fitness trainer to help you out or a partner, which, you can't rely on that all the time. Or you go to these group trainings where you're around people that have the same goal as you. And then finally, all right, if you're that introvert, I hate gyms, they're sweaty, they're dangerous. You want to work out for yourself. Now, I'm going to tell you one thing. When we had the pandemic and everything was closed for about 5 months, I did a mix of workout of body workouts and bands. And let me tell you one thing, I did lose a little strength. I noticed when I got back to strength training at the gym, but I noticed that I was just right there. And there's so much you could do with a set of bands and also with your own body weight. There's different varieties of a push-up. They get your shoulders or your tries or your, of course, your chest. There's different ways to get believe it or not, you could do a push-up that does your biceps. So there's a lot you could do. There's a lot of great exercises you could do on your own if you're working out. If you're working out, like especially if you're traveling or you're just at home, you just want to work out at home, or you just don't want to go to a gym. So bottom line, there is no excuse, right? You can work out anywhere. You can go to those high-end gyms, the mid-tier gyms. You could go to those Anytime Fitnesses type gyms. You could do boot camps, group training to get you going, or you can work out yourself. But the only problem working out yourself, you know it, right? Do you get that positive vibe? Do you get that incentive? You're home, right? You look at the couch, you look at your bands. What are you going to do, right? You got to get going. So I always think that's like the last resort is to work out on your own. But and last but not least, I would say, I've talked about this a lot, timing, right? Mornings are best, bottom line. Best time of the day to work out. Gets you going for the day, right? But I think strength training, if you're really doing heavy weight, afternoons are the best, but you don't want to work out at night because then that messes up your sleep cycle. So that is my tips for today. Fitness training. Fitness, there's so much out there that you could do. And what I like to do is we have a great fitness page here on AIMCHealthSolutions.com that I will post here later. And if you just want to talk, just get in touch with me. I can tell you a little bit about what I recommend for you to get you in shape. So there is my last tip is, there's no excuse, absolutely no excuse. There's many places for you to work out there. You can work out here, go for a hike like those people are doing back there. There's no excuses out there. So get going. Have a good day. Jeff D, AIMCHealthSolutions.com.